Okay, guys, we're gonna Tim Bailey, VP of Global Sales from Red Date Tech, is going to talk about. Hey, so this is a little echoey. This room is a little bit echoey. We can hear everything up here. Tim Bailey, VP of Global Sales from Red Date Tech, is going to talk about baselining BSN using the Open Permissioned Ethereum network. If you guys are interested in learning about some awesome stuff that's coming out of Hong Kong, now would be a good time to check that out.
Okay, great. So Kyle, I heard your message that you can hear me. I'm just gonna keep going here.
We got Tim. Sorry about that.
This is Tim Bailey. I'm from Red Date Technology. I'm based here in Hong Kong, and it's a little after 1:20 in the morning here. So I'm gonna keep my remarks pretty brief. First of all, I want to thank Kyle and the Provide team for having us here. We're proud to be sponsoring the event today and over the weekend. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the blockchain-based service network, or BSN, and then also Open Permissioned Ethereum. So at Red Date Technology, we believe that, like many of you in the audience there, that blockchain technology has the potential to dramatically change the way that businesses operate and provide services, and the way that developers can build applications. But we believe that there are two core fundamental issues standing in the way of mass adoption of blockchain. The first is cost. It's still relatively expensive to purchase cloud resources, create a development environment, build applications, build a network, and deploy those applications. And so one of the big focuses for us is to lower the cost of developing blockchain applications. We want the cost to go down to the point where a university student in her dorm room who has a great idea for an application or a service can go ahead and build that, and doesn't have to spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to go do that. So cost is a big focus for us. The second one is interoperability. There are over 100 different blockchain protocols out today, and one of the big issues is compatibility and interoperability between the different chains. So that's another big area of focus for us, is making it much easier for different chains, whether they're permission chains or permissionless chains of different protocols, to be able to interact and exchange information. So for us, we really think that blockchain technology is kind of where the internet was in the early 90s, when it was still very expensive to build a website. You had multiple competing standards and interoperability issues. And it wasn't until the cost of developing websites came close to zero, and you had common standards like TCP/IP and HTTP, that the internet really took off. And so we believe that those fundamental aspects need to be in place in order for blockchain to really take off. And that's what really prompted us to create the BSN. So the way to think about us is we're really an integrator. We've integrated all the different public cloud services, AWS, Google, Azure from Microsoft, as well as some of the big cloud providers in China like Baidu and China Mobile. The next thing we did was integrate the blockchain protocols themselves. So we've integrated most of the key global permissioned blockchain protocols like Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger Besu, Quorum from Consensus, Corda R3, as well as some of the big permission chains in China like Fisco BCOS. Next, we integrated the most popular public chains, obviously Ethereum, but also EOS, Algorand, Tezos, Oasis, and then finally, interchain services. So Poly Enterprise and Arita are two of the interchain services. And we continue to, on a quarterly basis, integrate more blockchain protocols and interchain services into our infrastructure. So this is kind of a technical diagram of the BSN. At the bottom, you have that cloud service layer that I talked about with on the different public cloud providers. And then we have what we call the public city node layer. And the way to think about public city nodes is they're really virtual data centers that sit in a public cloud environment. We've built about 140 of these virtual data centers to build out our global network. Each of the virtual data centers or public city nodes integrates all the permissioned blockchain frameworks that I talked about, all the permissionless frameworks, as well as tools to make it easier for developers to build applications such as IDE services, testnet services, etc. We also have integrated a type of blockchain protocol that we call Open Permissioned frameworks. And within China, as an example, I think we've all been reading the news lately that cryptocurrencies are banned by the government in China. So we needed a way for permissionless chains or public chains to be able to operate legally in China. So we created an initiative we call the Open Permissioned Blockchain Initiative, where we work together hand in hand with permissionless chains and help convert them into versions that can operate legally inside of China. And then in the top layer there, we have what we call the portal layer. So we're working to build a network of partners around the world who will build and operate blockchain as a service portals, which is the way that developers will get access to the BSN resources in order to be able to build and deploy applications in a much more cost-effective way. So now I want to talk a little bit about an initiative we call OPE, or Open Permissioned Ethereum. OPE is a public Ethereum blockchain network that's hosted and maintained on the BSN and is available to global users. Right now, it is the only legally compliant way that an Ethereum application can run in the China market, which is obviously very important for developers because it's the world's fastest growing economy, and is a country and a market where blockchain technology is widely accepted and being embraced by both businesses and the government. OPE is fully compatible with the Ethereum network, but different from the public Ethereum network in that the OPE blockchain has a different Genesis block and a specific network ID. Kyle, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to hand it over to Kyle, and he's really going to show you the Open Permissioned Ethereum in action, and it will be a key part of the hackathon today. And I would encourage you, if you have questions afterwards, after the event, you can reach out to us at inquiry@reddatetech.com. If you got questions about Open Permissioned Ethereum or want more information or engage us in a dialogue, we'd love to hear from you. So hopefully you're able to hear me okay. I can't hear you guys there, but I'm excited. I'm excited about the event, and Kyle, I'm going to hand it over to you now.
Sure. Yeah, so OPE is a pretty big deal, and we've been working with Red Date for informally for some time. We have integrated BSN into Provide. You can use the BSN network to the OPE network rather to baseline, And if you download the Provide CLI, it's open source. You can grab the Provide CLI. That's what it looks like. If you, after you've installed it, you just need Golang. And once you've installed the Provide CLI, you can create a baseline workgroup. Let's call it EthATL, workgroup EthATL, OPE, BSN OPE project. All right. So then you have to select the network. Here, let me start over here because it's, you can see a little better. EthATL. So you select the network. We've got support for these Ethereum networks, these public networks rather, Base Ledger and the BSN Open Permissioned Ethereum network. If you select that and you have an organization, it will deploy a baseline workgroup for you on the OPE network, which is the legally compliant network in mainland China. So this is a really big opportunity for developers to tap into this new opportunity. You see this that is the transaction hash that's been deployed to the OPE network. Provide is sponsoring a $1,000 bounty for anything built on the OPE network during the event. Yeah, come talk to myself or David about what to do after you've created a network, created this work group on the OPE network. I know Red Date is going to have some developers, at least one or two developers around at some point over the during the course of the weekend in Discord. So check us out there, or hop into Discord, and you'll be able to ask questions if anything comes up. But it is very much an Ethereum network, so it should work as you would expect. Thanks a lot to Tim Bailey for dialing in from Hong Kong and for being patient through our first remote Zoom dial-in for the hackathon. Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. Thanks, Tim.